Howdy, folks. Welcome back to Nite Bites. I'm your host, Clark Garen, my colleague, Mary McGee, and I want to go on.
Let's get back to the convention.
I want to go on to discuss the
merits of Hillary Clinton and how wonderful she is.
No, we had enough of that, broad. I want to discuss the false statements of Barack Obama.
Go for it. Go for it.
I mean, this guy puts himself out as the second coming of Christ. He's going to do everything for us, and it's all going to be paid for by the rich people.
There's not that much money in the world to pay for all his programs that he wants to have.
Yeah.
There just isn't.
Well, let's start with something basic. I don't think we need these programs. The first thing, what do you think is our most important problem? What is the biggest problem this country faces?
Well, as I see it, we have two problems.
No, the one biggest.
Oh, education. Education, and then next would be the economy.
Okay.
Because if we don't have people going to school, they're not going to learn anything, and they certainly can't learn how to fix the economy.
Okay, well, I don't agree with you.
Well, I'm sure you don't. What is your opinion?
I think our biggest problem, our overwhelming problem today, is energy. It is killing the economy. The economy can't possibly succeed with the current cost of energy. To go back to your issue you said so important, education cannot succeed because of energy either, because they can't afford to put fuel in the school buses to get the kids to school, and they can't afford to heat them or cool them. I mean, energy, the cost of energy, which has increased over the past few months by at least 50%, we just cannot survive.
Well, of course, in my way of thinking, we need more, not nuclear energy. We need more solar power. We need more wind power. We need more steam power. We have all this available in all, especially these western states. And in the Midwest, they have nothing but wind. And in the deserts, nothing but sun and wind. We could power it all that way, not by drilling offshore or in Anwar.
Okay, well, for starters, I think we are in a huge crisis with energy.
We are.
And basically, the environment I'm concerned about is people unemployed and starving. I think that we need to do it all. I don't mind doing the research on those things. I don't mind those things working. But right now, the only thing that we know works is drilling.
Yeah, but it'll take 10 years.
Yeah, but once the Middle East people see us start, they're going to lower the price. That's happened every time. Every time the prices get too high and we really start developing alternatives, they lower the price.
Okay, but first there's one problem with that outlook. The problem being there's now more cars in China, more cars in India, more cars in the entire world, and they all need oil. They don't need to sell to us. We're insignificant. They'll just sell to China and India.
That's not really true. That's what they say a lot. But that's not really true, because when our economy dies, so will the economies of China and India. They're based on selling things to us.
No, they have enough to just their own people to sell to.
Not really. But I still go back. It's still the same thing. What makes you think if we start developing these alternatives that they aren't going to buy for us, the Chinese and the Indians?
They won't be do what? Buy from us?
Buy oil from us.
They will. If
Arabs want to have, the minute the Arabs don't have control of the oil, nobody cares about them.
Well,
the minute they don't have
Russia is their biggest problem. Russia has a lot of oil.
Sure.
Canada has a lot of oil.
And we need to, drilling is, not going to solve the whole problem, but it's going to show that we're committed. You're opposed to nuclear too. Well, France is all nuclear, and they're doing just fine.
And what do you do with the waste? Nobody knows what to do with the waste yet.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Put it in Nevada?
No, I mean, I actually had on a show, I had a guy who was an expert in a nuclear physicist from Berkeley. Really, the best thing to do is plant it down at the bottom of the ocean with the Titanic.
And then just kill all the fish and...
well, you put it in containers, it'll be fine, it'll go a little slowly.
Well, that's what they said about the big cave in Nevada, except that's right over an earthquake fault.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is that we really, the ultimate solution, I mean, you guys just, you get us in paralysis. You can't do this, you can't do that.
We have nothing against it that's already going. Solar and wind power. Why is it there more money going to tax credits for people using solar, especially big?
Because your taxicrats don't want to do it. Barack Obama says, oh, that's going to benefit a rich guy. I don't want tax credits for that.
I think they would give, any Democrat would give tax credits.
No, that's
for
what they've
solar
held
power and wind power.
But they blocked legislation that the Republicans wanted to do that. They don't want to do that. And they are...
Was it the Democrats that blocked legislation to give tax credits for solar and wind power?
Yes, it was.
It was mostly the Republicans.
No, it wasn't. That's why it didn't go through. The Democrats wanted to put a bill through for some of this other nonsense, and the Republicans said, and the Republicans said, no, we got to have tax.
Are you talking about earmarks? Too many earmarks? Bridges to
earmarks? No, they wanted to. They really didn't want to do energy. They wanted to do fuel standards, is what they wanted to do.
Well,
that's their solution, fuel standards.
No, I know the Democrats are environmental. Most of them are environmentalists, and they want solar and wind. And
they're captive of the environmental lobby
that wants all that.
Yeah, well, that's fine. If you environmentalists want to run around in a damn Prius, that's your privilege. Yeah. I want my excursion.
Oh, good grief.
I want my motorhome.
Oh, good grief. See, you're the problem. People like you are the problem. 7 miles per gallon.
Hey, I pay for it, but I don't want to have to pay this much for it. I want to drill more. I want to have oil like
Screw up the planet. Screw up the environment.
It'll last till I'm gone.
Oh, now we're down to it. You don't care about the coming future generation.
Yeah, I do, because if we don't have a present generation, we're not going to have a future one either. Starvation is not good for humanity.
No, it's not.
And we really do need to do something about this, and that's one of the things with Obama's agenda. He is not doing anything credible about oil. Now, we have enough coal.
I agree with that.
We have enough coal in this country. We got 85% of the world's proven coal reserves. We got enough coal to basically produce gasoline for $2 a gallon that'll last us for the next 150 years.
Here's the problem. They have not figured out a way to take care of the particles coming out of the smokestacks turning coal into gasoline.
What do I care? I ain't going to live there. Put it out in the middle of nowhere. Put it near your land in Utah. It'll be fine. That's where the stuff is anyway.
Great. Put it over there with you, but not in my backyard.
Yeah, not in my backyard.
Okay, then. You don't care if the coal fields of Virginia, if they just get some more pollutants and die. It's okay. Bring some more people in to work the mines.
Yeah, it'll give them jobs.
Oh, good grief. That's a little short-sighted, but I know you...
No, there's nothing more short-sighted than gas going up at $5 a gallon. We can't live with that. If I gotta, I'm willing to solve it now and worry about the future later instead of saying goodbye to ourselves now.
They're paying over $8 a gallon. Somewhere is close to $10 in Europe. They've lived with it for a long time at that price. They have to do an efficient car.
As Dick Cheney would say, so...
Dick Cheney, will I ever be happy to see that guy go? Oh.
Yeah. But so, this ain't Europe. So? We need to be, our economy is built on the independence of the private, gas-guzzling automobile. We'll be right back. Please stay with us.